Good afternoon. My name is Dr. John Heading, Mayor of Morro Bay. I wanted to give you an update on some of the COVID-19 issues affecting the city. As many of you may know, beginning on March 16th, there were about 3 cases in San Luis Obispo County. As of today, there are 104 cases, the majority of which have recovered. We have 3 patients currently in ICU, and we have experienced sadly, our first death in San Luis Obispo County. The majority of cases are in Paso Robles. Atascadero has 20, Paso Robles has 29. Morro Bay remains at 6, but this is not a time to become complacent and think that potentially the numbers will not rise. Majority of the cases occur in the age group 64 and below, and that's about 70% of all cases. Lastly, and something that's very important, the majority of cases now are person-to-person contact that is resulted because of person-to-person contact or close contact with other individuals. Previously, it was travel was the #1 reason that it was being transmitted. And so it's important for us to maintain all of the social distancing and other mandates that I'm about to talk about. Your city council and your city staff have been very busy over the last few weeks. As the shelter-at-home order continues in the county, the city staff have been analyzing the overall impact of this pandemic on our city finances. City revenues, as you know, are heavily dependent on tourism, and tourism is not happening at present, and rightly so, because of limiting the spread. From our TOT taxes or hotel taxes, about 25% of our revenues are generated from that, and about 70% from sales tax, both of which have declined to almost 0. The city council has agreed to forego their council stipends through June 30th, and it will be evaluated after that time. I'm very proud of our city leadership, our city manager, and department heads are voluntarily taking an 8% salary cut starting this past Saturday. The city has initiated a freeze on hiring and travel. City council will also be looking at a comprehensive review of the city's recovery plan for finances on April 28th. That's the April 28th City Council meeting. On April 1st, the City Council passed Urgency Ordinance number 631, allowing enforcement of all of the orders that have come down from the county and state. We're seeking voluntary compliance from our community members and those that come into our community. However, for those not willing to comply with mandates like sheltering in place, maintaining social distancing, not congregating together in large crowds, the operation of illegal, non-essential businesses, those individuals can be fined up to $1,000. Of course, there will be warnings first, but we're serious about the need to follow all of these city, county, and national recommendations. The city is conducting business, and we're having our regularly scheduled council meeting on April the 14th. This will be via Zoom. You will have, as a public member, an opportunity to call in and give public comment. We will be looking at the following items on the 14th. FEMA's request for public assistance, dollars by the city to get reimbursed for pandemic issues. We're looking at a resolution on price gouging and foreclosures and evictions. We're going to be awarding our One Water contract for capital projects. We're also going to introduce our vaping ordinance, as well as the tobacco ordinance that we previously talked about. Again, this meeting will be by Zoom. There's information on the city's website if you'd like to find out how to call in and participate. Please be aware of coronavirus scams. These unfortunate things are beginning to appear where people are beginning to take advantage of. Let me give you 5 examples of things that we've heard of in the city. Watch out for offers for vaccinations for COVID-19 or home test kits. They do not exist. That's a scam. If you get a robocall, hang up on robocalls. Watch out for phishing emails and text messages. Often these come from individuals you have no idea whom they are, and they're trying to enter into your database and pull out information. Research as many organizations that you're unfamiliar with as possible, because many are asking for donations that are illegitimate and don't exist. So do your homework. Stay in the know. You can go to the following website to get information about these kinds of scams. It's ftc.gov/coronavirus, and you'll get the latest information on scams. Ladies and gentlemen, social distancing and physical distancing of at least 6 feet is absolutely a must for our residents in order to flatten the curve for coronavirus. For teens and young adults especially, please follow social distancing guidelines, because you are just as susceptible to COVID-19 as everybody else. But don't worry, social distancing will not doom your life. There are still plenty of things to do, from video chats, many virtual tours online, reading a good book, watching your favorite movies on whatever media platform you have. But remember, if you're out and about, stay 6 feet apart from those that are not living with you in the same household. We're encouraging you to get outside. It's important to remain physically active, get some fresh air as much as possible, but do it responsibly. Take a walk, run, or bike ride. We're encouraging you to go to the beach, however, not congregate in areas where there's heavy concentration of cars or individuals where social distancing can't be practiced. We've all got to work together to make this happen and flatten the curve, and we'll get through this. I want to remind you about some of the closures. We have closed Morro Rock, our beach parking lots, and our launch ramp remains closed. This is to minimize the spread of COVID-19. Also want to remind you about the Morro Bay Cares program, a very important program for those in need. If you have needs for grocery delivery, medications that you can't get to pick up, or any other needs, please connect with Morro Bay Cares. You can do it at the city's website. It's www.morrobayca.gov/COVID-19. You can also call our phone number for our Are You OK program. That is 805-772-6278. We have many individuals that have volunteered to assist others that are unable to get groceries or to get medications and just need assistance in our community. If you'd like to volunteer, you can sign up again on the city's website. Remember, the city of Morro Bay cares for you greatly. We are such a close-knit community, and now is the time for that closeness to be exhibited through volunteerism, not us coming together within 6 feet of one another. We want to focus on stopping the spread of this virus and instead spread some kindness. Being locked in or sheltered at home can cause sometimes depression and or anxiety. If you're having signs or symptoms of being sad or feel depressed, and those signs and symptoms include difficulty with sleep, increased anxiety, changes in appetite, difficulty with concentration, irritability, and anger issues. If you're having those kinds of issues, please call a mental health hotline. You can go to readyslo.org. That's READYSLO.org. And you will find a number that you can call, and there are mental health professionals available to assist you if you're having those kinds of issues. Remember, our senior program for food is still operational, and if you'd like to donate to that or potentially volunteer for our Meals That Connect program, that phone number is 805-541-3312. That's 805-541-3312. Now is the time for us as a community to adhere strictly to the mandates that have been laid down for us to limit the spread of this disease. I know we can do it. We will come through this. And I'm so proud of our city staff, our essential workers, our businesses that have been so compliant with difficult mandates, and you as our community members adhering to all of the things that we need to do to stop the spread of this virus. Remember, stay safe and be well.